Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Jaguars will put total leather and will get started. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Tight end now in motion. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down. At the 40, there he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle. Let's get back on track.
This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. Turning it on! And he's brought down after a nice gain.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12 who's been...
Touchdown, Old Dominion! A great catch and run for 6. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. From the gun, running back on the move. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Monarchs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. He's got it down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Right down the middle. It's complete. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 16. They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Got his man on the right. Trying to get it in. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Monarchs! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 70-yard touchdown drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and bring it back. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Walton. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Touch pass on the run. Breaks into the open. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for an open area to his left. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, South Alabama.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release on the RPO. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Monarchs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. On the run, it's Magoo. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. And the Monarchs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Finding open areas. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got his man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
The Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the catch. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
They're trying to slam it in. Touchdown, ODU! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Magoo. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. New set of downs after the completion. Here we go. From the gun, running back gets the give.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Magoo. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
The Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains.
Well, when you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them, because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route to the...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Looking to buy time. He's going for the goal line. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, the red zone, the field starts to shrink as a defense. I don't drop as far in my drops now. I got to understand, I'm getting back quick. That ball is going to come out. Nice job by the defense reacting to the pass and going and making a physical tackle.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Jaguars! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas Tech endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Lubbock, and the Red Raiders came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is still a W. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The kick is on its way. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. They're working that left side.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Pulls it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Under fire. He's going to run it. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And very important not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. The official says no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Monarchs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, if you're going to throw it to the perimeter of the field against zone coverage, you've got to have really good anticipation at quarterback, and you saw it there. He threw that before his guy had even turned around. Accurate throw, they're able to make the play and get the first down.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
And the Jaguars have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. Still running at the 40. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Power football with the run. Inside the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Alabama. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he added the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Going right to work up top. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
They'll move the tight end. Out of the gun, the inside kid. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves him with 3rd and 4.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Snags it over the middle. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Got a good one going here. All tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Gets the back moving. Here's the handoff. Turning it on. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. This time they'll go to the running game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Fires on the move. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice game.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stanza of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
In football, you hear the term hurt, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Jaguars decide to punt it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last
possession. A prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Wants to fire on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
I know that was third down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up fourth down.
Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
I love that play call on fourth down because they go RPO, and essentially the football can go three different ways. He could have handed it off, he could have thrown for it, or just keep it himself. He took the latter option. It doesn't matter. That was the right decision on that play to keep this drive alive. Great job.
And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
Finding an escape route. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. Got his man down the middle. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Right down the boulevard. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it for a big play. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Knocked down behind the line for the second straight play, bringing up up a third and lots of work to do. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing. But I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yard.
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, no mystery here. 3rd in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. And these guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
Unloads it left. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
From the gun, looking for a man. Forced out of the pocket. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Magoo. Ernie on the Jets. Touchdown, Monarchs. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
What a